Okay, Swastik, why don't you start?
All right, so everyone, my name is Swastik and I come from Toastmasters International NITT chapter from the NIT Trichy College. And one thing that I would say about me that people should know is initially when I meet people for the first time, I spend a lot of time reading them just from their looks, their environment, what sort of room they are in. People, it might come off being very strange because they just feel like I'm very absent-minded, like, I'm here, talk to me, where are you looking at? But then that's just me. People who know have come to know me for a long time would obviously get used to it, but it's just a bit strange for people whom I've met for the first time. So that's one thing I would like everyone to know.
Okay, I didn't say mine, so thanks, Swastik. Mine is I told my name, my club name. I'm a big time prankster, okay, because behind the serious face lies a very naughty guy who likes to pull practical pranks on people, but only with family and friends. Okay, I know the boundaries. So, this is something which beyond my family and friends do not know about me. Okay, next is can I point out Rashmi?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rashmi Mahavar. I'm from Chennai Speakers Forum Club. And one thing, actually, there are many things which I think people do not know about me, and they should know about me. But top in the list, I would say, very similar to Swastik, but in a different way. I do read people, but not being absent-minded or not being silent. I interact with them. I talk a lot to them, and that's when I observe them. And that also matches, like, I'm very analytical in my style of communication. So I think it helps me doing that as well. So, and that's what I do. And people, I think after 2 or 3 interactions, people understand that, but then in the initial days, they don't know that that's what I do.
Thank you, Rashmi. Over to you, Charanya.
Hello everyone, I'm Charanya Srikrishnan. I'm from Speak Magic Toastmasters Club, and I'm not really sure what people don't know about me because I showcase everything that like I am all about. So I don't know what people don't know about me. Probably it can be the fact that I am emotional, but I don't show myself to be emotional around people. That might be something that people might not know. Done.
Thanks, Charanya.
Thank you.
And if I'm right, people do not know that you're a tennis player too, right?
Oh, yes, I am a tennis player. How did you know that?
Yeah, see? Okay, now Medley Sharanya. We have Sharanya here. Medley Sharanya. Okay, Sunita Tangappan.
Good morning. Sorry, there's a power outage today, so I'm in the audio only. Please bear with me. I'm Sunita from Atos Sintel. I'm with the company almost for the past 12 years, and I'm a Toastmaster for the past 1 year. And I look very quiet, but people think I don't talk much. So I want to make sure and tell them that I too talk. And ensure that I'll definitely pass on certain messages to them during my discussion itself unknowingly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sunita. Toastmaster Swarnalata.
Yes, I'm from CAC, Chennai Articulators Club, charter member of CAC. About me, I believe everybody, whatever anybody says, I believe, and I can't say no to anything. That is I think I should develop a habit to say no to, and for anything, accept only one thing and say no to other things. That's about me. I want people to know about that.
Thank you, Toastmasters Varnalata. DTM Ramanujam.
I don't know whether Srivatsan wanted to pull all the young people first and then bring the old people last, but I'm not old. Those who know me, I'm Ramanujam. Those who don't know me, still I'm Ramanujam. I am from Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club and also a member of another district 105. One thing which people don't know is I'm still a member of District 120, but not present in India. Many people think that I'm not at all in India. I'm not a member of District 120. I am a member of District 120 for the past 3 years. Even my finance manager role was served when I was situated based out from Oman. So every quarter I come down, do my Toastmaster work as a finance manager, and then come back. So this is one secret which I played down. And now with our trainer giving strict orders, I need to open the Pandora box. Over to you, Srivatsan.
Thanks, Ramanujam. Since you are very, very, very young, we called you first. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Now, okay. Anybody can answer this. Two basic questions. Why do you want to train, and why in specific treasurer role? Anybody can answer.
The division director has to do only the treasurer.
No, it's like I'm interested in this treasurer's role. I'm a banker by profession, ex-banker. So naturally interested in keeping accounts and the role.
Okay.
I currently
Anybody?
served as a treasurer for the current term, Jan to June in my club. And when things started to open up in between, also did work on a hybrid model of meetings. So have seen, I won't say I've seen the complete other side of the world where we do meetings in person, but did got an exposure as to how to plan things in hybrid while doing some in person, some through the Zoom. So I feel that whatever I have learned from Toastmasters, if I can help others with my experience, so that's the reason I wanted to grow those.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Okay, I feel treasurer role is a role that not being overlooked by many members. They feel it's just another role, but treasurer role becomes a pivotal role like a VP or a president or any other XCOM roles. So I'm a chartered accountant by profession and I love numbers. So that is the reason that I took up this treasurer role apart from division director asking to do.
So I had no idea about this role. So I just wanted to give it a try and learn about this role. And that's why I wanted to be a treasurer.
I want to participate more on speeches and other roles. So I want my role to be limited in XCOM. That's why I want to take treasurer role.
Okay. My question was two parts. Why training? Why training? That is also there.
What you learn, you share. Because as Rashmi told rightly, I was a treasurer when I was only in a physical meeting. There were a treasurer where only were an online meeting. But now we have a treasurer who has served both in an online and physical meeting hybrid. So what we impart will help and serve the members at large. That is the reason why I took up the training.
True. So I agree with all of you, whatever you guys said. Hey guys, I am receiving a call. Okay, sorry. Hello? Yeah, hi, JK. Okay. Okay.
Part of the play, I think.
Can I give you a call after 3 hours? Because I'm in a session. Okay, I'll certainly give a call. Thank you. Thanks. Bye. So guys, here's the deal. My treasurer called me right now from my club and told me that who should collect, listen to me, okay? Who should collect the dues from new members? My treasurer called me, who should collect the dues from new members? Not already existing members.
Treasurer only has to collect.
Okay, anybody else?
Treasurer along with the VP membership.
Okay. One more
Mean
person?
what? So when the VP membership onboards the new members, they should tell them about that they are supposed to pay the due. And it's of course the treasurer's responsibility to see that if the member has been onboarded, whether the due has been collected or not, and if not, then follow up on that.
Yeah, VP membership must instruct the new member to pay the dues to the treasurer.
Okay. Let's come back to this at some point in time. It is there in PowerPoint, but until that time, you can just chill, relax, and listen. So what I was trying to, point out is a couple of things. Keep an energizer or something like that. I played this drama. Okay, your training is going to be on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning. Believe me, at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I need couple of coffees and teas for me to just be on that state of at least to be awake. Okay. So if you catch people's attention, okay, in that 5-minute span, people will be like, okay, this guy is trying something. Okay, let us at least give him some chance for us to at least be there for those 1 hour. If you're going to train, at least let me give my 30 minutes of time to listen to this guy. So as you all know, the speech, this opening should be that, this, that. So create some energizer, but something which does not take too much time. Okay, you guys are being given 1 hour for your training. So plan your training well. I have kept this, introduction here because there you will be having some 100 people or something like that. You cannot go in for an introduction. So have some 5 minutes or so kind of a thing which will catch people's attention. This was something that which I did in my earlier OTP also. It worked. So I thought, let me just have this drama again. So have something like this which catches people's attention. Okay. Now, how many of you have read the deck, that email deck that you received? Did you go through the PowerPoint?
Yes, I did.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Anybody else? Okay, for your training, that PowerPoint is the one that you are going to be, involve your training with. That is the one that is there for display that you have to share with all the people. And based on that, you are going to talk to all the audiences. Now, what is your resource for preparing for the trainers program? That particular PPT, which is the same PPT that I'm going to just drive you through, that is one resource. And the PDF that you received along with that, that is going to tell you on what slide you need to talk what. So please go through that PDF. And the best resource is Club Leadership Handbook. Okay, just 3 pages, 3 pages of treasurer. And it has wonderful case scenarios in all of that. Please go through those 3 pages. I will tell you which pages and 2 more pages in the end. So totally 5 pages in Club Leadership Handbook. So your deck and the PDF that is supporting the deck and the Club Leadership Handbook, 5 pages in that. This is what you need for your preparation, But most of all this, anybody can run through a PPT presentation. It is there. Either we have the tendency to read or we have a tendency to skip. The intention is you have to talk with your experience, with your insights, right? All of us are literate. We can read good amount of English. The audience can scan through. But as you all know, all of you are not new. All of you are very experienced people. The intention of the training that we are going to do to all the trainers, all the treasurers, is for you to pass your experience, your learnings. What are those anecdotes where you went wrong, where you went right? Now, these are the things that people are looking for, those clues. those problems, those solutions. So as and when you start reading your material, have this prepared, write it in a notebook or probably a cue in your PowerPoint itself. Okay. So I'm going to share my insights, smaller here and there, something, some stories, some pointers that will help or rekindle your thought process. Okay. So whatever I share, it is my cue. You don't have to put my stuff. Please put your stuff because people want to see you. People do not want to see me. Okay. Because you're the trainer. I'm not the trainer. Okay. So as Karthikeyan told, be your authentic self. Okay. That's what people love. People do not want to hear somebody else. If I want to hear somebody else, I might as well listen to them in YouTube and whatever, but people want to listen to you. So make sure you have your inputs right and it will come out brilliantly. So to complete the formality, let us start the presentation. Please tell me whether you are able to see my presentation. I'm sharing it now.
That is possible.
Okay, so as I said, start with some energizer that you have planned for 5 minutes or something, but do not take time in that. When you come to this slide, congratulate them. Okay, make them feel good that they are the treasurer and start on a positive note. Okay, it always helps. Now, most of us have a tendency to skip this slide, agenda and session objectives. Okay, explain them what you're going to do in the training session. Okay, first 20 minutes, we'll identify your role. Next 20 minutes, we'll fulfill your responsibilities, whatever it is, whatever agenda that you have come up with, explain that agenda clearly. Explain the session objectives very clearly to people because that sets the mood for people of why I have joined here and what will I gain by being here for 1 hour. When you come to this slide, when you see this smiling guy, okay, make them feel good, guys. Okay, make them feel good and important. As DTM Ramanujam told, there are certain posts like SAA, treasurer, secretary, people think, and even when we are doing that role, we think we are not important, right? Make them feel important. Tell them that they are the CFOs of this particular small startup. So this is something that you have to do before starting the session. Make them feel good and they are important. Tell them that they are the CFOs and explain to them what's in it for them. Okay, if they take the treasurer role, what happens? What happens? For example, why I took the treasurer role is I'm too bad. Okay, too bad. Sorry, Swarnalatha madam, and sorry, DTM Ramanujam. I'm too bad in numbers. So I wanted to take up this challenge and do all this budgeting for the club and all that. But a majority of the audience, like most of us, do not have any idea. They are just pulled into this, hey, treasurer role is empty, can you please come? And then we don't know what it is, we just sign up for that role. But to compensate for what happened, explain them after doing 6 months, what will they get benefited by doing a treasurer role. Tell them, install in their mind that treat this as a startup. Okay, a club is like a new startup. So if you play the role of a CFO, how beneficial it will be for you and for the startup. Even if you have the idea to have a startup at some point in time in your life, when you're 40 or 50, how useful this experience would be. Okay, give them all those pointers and they'll be happy that at least they'll be happy for the training session. Okay, some guy is telling some positive things about me. Looks like, okay, I've done a good job in taking this treasurer role. And make it interactive. Okay, probably these are all, whatever is written in green is all my cues. Okay, when you come to this slide, I probably would say make it interactive and ask questions. This is though in general, but do please keep a reminder in your mind that too much interaction and too many questions will steal your time. And I am being said that you have exactly 60 minutes. 60 minutes is a good time if you plan and know and be aware of your time limitations. And when you ask questions, pause to get answers. And a question that you can ask here is, what is the essence of the treasurer role? Maybe 2 or 3 people answer, and then you wait, people answer, and then probably tell 1 or 2 basic points about it, and then run to the responsibilities slide. So make it interactive, ask questions, wait for people to pause, give answers, and then come up with your answer. This slide, I've written, explain what is this. So most of us, when we see this, what is this before club meetings? What is this during club meetings? Tell them that this is we will be coming to treasurer's role. What is the role and responsibilities of a treasurer before the meeting? What is the role and responsibilities of a treasurer during the meeting? What is the role and responsibilities of a treasurer after the meeting? Explain them this. So before club meetings, prepare a financial report. See, what I want all of you to understand and make them understand is stress on the habit of documenting things. Okay, document, keep a soft copy of things, keep a hard copy of things, and most importantly, present a quarterly report to the club members and to ExCom. Now, presenting a report to ExCom and to the club members, what does it do when you present numbers? It shows that the club is transparent and you are being part of, a responsibility or accountability is for them, that it is your money and therefore we are being careful about it, right? And you can also tell them that one of the aim or intention of being a treasurer is keeping the expenses low, but not as low as that if somebody is due for a recognition, that has to be done. So one of the main job of treasurer is to play the devil's advocate and reducing the club expenses, right? So put them that into their minds, but also do put this factor that it shouldn't be like a stingy affair. Okay, have a right balance between both. Yeah, collecting membership dues. Remember the phone call? Yes, I do remember because it was a prank that I played on you guys. So coming to that question of that phone call, the answer to that is, for a new member, okay, the VP membership collects the dues and gives it to the treasurer. Okay, for a new member, new person who is becoming a member, a guest becoming a member, VPM is the interface, right? Is the point of contact face to face. He or she collects the dues, gives it to the treasurer. That's it, period. But for renewals, treasurer is the main point of contact. He or she should give multiple reminders to the members telling that time is due for renewal, time is due for renewal, put it in your WhatsApp, put it in your email, call people a month before, not 5 days before or 10 days before, because if you do that 5 days before or 10 days before, people know that you have an agenda, you have an intention that you want this to be done. So it's better that you cozy up, the treasurer and BPM hatches a plan to cozy up to people 2 months in advance, asking how is your speech, when are you going to give it, and then be as natural as possible, guys. Okay, you tell them to be as natural as possible. So don't start this process 1 month back, cozying up thing. Cozying up thing should always be a natural process, right? That personal rapport should always be there. Personal rapport is very, very important. Having an agenda or not, having that personal equation with people always helps. So if you're not that person, okay, then you can start this cozying up affair 2 months before, okay? So don't do that 10 days before the renewal date and cozying up to people, hi, how are you? Yeah, when are you going to give your speech? And then put a follow-up question, yeah, when are you going to renew? People are not fools, right? They know why you're asking all this nice etiquette related questions, right? So report on club finances can ask a question here. You guys can ask a question here, put up a question to the audience. What can you do as a treasurer to make sure membership dues are submitted on time? This is what we discussed. Highlight members, tell them that if they didn't pay their renewal on time, you cannot process the payment to TMI, and therefore, if they are participating in contest or if they are trying to log in through pathways, that will be interrupted. So when you are asking for the dues, subtly tell them that if you don't do this, this will happen. Okay, something like this. Prepare a budget work, as I told you, drill them into their mind that budget is something which is very important. They need to work with the whole of ExCom to understand what are the kind of expenditures will be there. For example, VPPR may come out telling that I want to buy meetup. Okay, so understand why there is a meetup required and things like that. So, and the treasurer sits with the president and then does a budget. Highlight for people who are young or whom you see are new to Toastmasters that you will get this brilliant opportunity, setting up the budget, sitting with the president and things like that. Now, another fact is provide bank with a bank signatory card. This is where you have to stress on the point that why treasurer role alone is recommended for a 1-year term, because we have seen, right, when we are treasurers, 6-month term, you go to the bank once, you come out of the bank the next time, the term is over. And in that term, you will be changing signatures. In that term, you will be doing so many documentation work that after 5 months, your term is over. And the next treasurer has to do the same thing again. That is why it is recommended that a treasurer's term is for 1 year. So tell them, whoever is coming there as part of this training program, tell them that they should consider signing up as treasurer for the next term also. Okay. And as we all know, collect and pay dues is one more responsibility of treasurer. All these things, keep financial records. Treasurers, remember here, guys, your audience can be from a corporate club, from a community club, from an online club. Address all of these audiences from their perspective. I come from a community club. So if I'm going to talk about treasurer from a community club, that will be there in my mind. Okay. So if I'm going to talk about treasurer in a community club, a college treasurer will not be able to understand. A corporate treasurer will not be able to understand. One of the sessions, we had a question from corporate treasurer telling, sir, what is the job of treasurer, sir? There is nothing for me to do, right? Because the HR comes in, they pay the money, and the whole management pays the money, and I'm just a treasurer for the treasurer's sake. So address this thing from his or her perspective, okay? Telling them, give them the power, okay? If he or she feels that they don't have any job to do, tell them that they are part of ExCom. They can have other plans also, like participating in CSP and participating in other. They have a say in the entire functioning of the club. And a college guy comes and says to me, I had this, sir, what is this, sir? Sir, engalukku first bank account illa, adikapra enna sir treasurer. Okay, sir, we don't have a bank account. What is all this? I collect some few thousand rupees. I put it in my bank account, and this is how we function. So address it from his perspective. Understand that there is actually a no real deal of a college club opening up a bank account, but it is very important, right? So tell them that that's okay, but you still need to have a bank account for so and so reasons. What are the so and so reasons? Because when you are going to mix and match your money, at the end of the day, you will be confused of which is your money and which is my money, right? So highlight the importance of having a bank account for college type of treasurers. So you can ask your you can probably ask this as your first question. Can I know how many people are treasurers from college clubs, from community clubs, and corporate clubs, online clubs, etc.? That might be your first good question. Let's move on. Present financial reports, sub club accounts for audit, attend executive committee meetings. This is where you have to tell them that you are more than a treasurer. Okay. Show them some examples, guys. Show them budget. Show them what a financial statement would be, how a budget can be prepared. Show them your club stuffs or whatever you have, but remove that name and you can show them. I will show you some samples here. Can show something like this. This is a summary report where what is the opening balance when I took this from the previous treasurer, and how much did we do anything on Speechcraft? What is the closing balance when I will be closing, or when the other treasurer closed and I took it from him? Show them something like this so that we kindle their mind. One of the other things that I wanted to show is a detailed, something like a bank statement. Summary is what we saw. Balance, what was the balance when I assumed charge? Some template kind of a thing. Okay, wherein this will help some college clubs or corporate clubs where they do not have any template or process in place. These are cash details, only cash things are registered, date, meeting number, amount, and what was it spent on. Meeting expenses breakdown. Was it tea? Was it water? Was it biscuit? All credit or debit transactions. Show them. This is the record from TMI. Just cut, copy, pasted it. Whatever we receive from TMI telling that we have paid for this and this member for this and this date. Show them this, and you can show budget. What's more do I have? Yeah, I had this interesting flyer. See, this interesting flyer, this is what something which will make them really proud. Okay. What do I do? And I'm proud to manage the finances of the club, motivate club members. So you can get some clue from here. This particular slide, it is from TMI. I just Googled it and this came up. You can probably have this thing as a cue, but you are going to present only that PPT slide. But you can just probably display it. There is nothing wrong in displaying, and because at the end of the day, it is Toastmasters branded material. Okay, let's come back to our presentation. How many more minutes we have? 20 minutes, right, Swastik?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is something which people ignore all this. Prepare for an audit committee. Tell them what is the importance of an audit committee and things like that. Stress on the club funds should never be mingled. I told you this, right, with an example of a college student, or even it happens in our club, right? So somebody is trying to wire, or somebody is trying to GPay, right? Somebody is trying to GPay you, and the new member says that I do not have a GPay account, sir. So can I just, wire transfer the money to your personal account or something like that? And then so that you can transfer, you or as the treasurer can transfer the money that you received due to some technical glitch from that guest turning into a member. That guest passes it to your personal account, and then you pass it on to the club's account. Sometimes we forget. Okay, I have forgotten this. I was due 2000 rupees from my club, but I forgot to take it from my club. So these glitches will happen. After 1 year or 6 months, when we see this transaction, when we are filing our taxes, I'll be like, what the hell is this 2000 rupees, man? My CA is asking, what the hell is this 3000? So all these mixing and matching happens when we involve our personal accounts. So tell them that they shouldn't be doing all such stuffs. And as I told you, highlight them that treasurer responsibilities alone is not their task, although that is their main task, but they are also here in all the club decision activities. For example, a president tells that, okay, why don't we hike up the fees? Okay, order passed. 5,000 rupees from this particular July 1st, 6 months, 5,000 rupees. Can a president do that? He has to first talk to the treasurer, and then they both talk something, decide. Then the ExCom gives their own inputs. Do they still can they still? As per rule book, they have to call on a business meeting session, have a proposal passed asking, is a hike of 5,000 rupees okay for the members or not? Call a business meeting, it can be had before our regular meetings or after our regular meeting. So what I'm trying to tell all of you is, a president or anybody can just not bypass the treasurer and say that, okay, be ready for a hike. Okay, treasurer, that's where make them understand treasurer is important. They have to consult, go through a business meeting to carry forward such decisions. Make them think here, whatever we have covered, ask some questions. How are they going to fulfill their responsibilities? When, who, what? What are the most important responsibilities you have as a treasurer? Pause for answers. Make them think here. Give 30 seconds when you come to this slide, and then move on to the next slide. Whatever you had told, talked, come to the slide, pause for 30 seconds, make them think, ask probably if you have time a few questions. What do you think? We had done a thing. Can we have a 1 minute recap or something like that? Again, action plan for treasurers. Let them think here for 30 seconds. Stress on the importance of knowledge transfer that you have to get from the treasurer who is going out, and when your term is going to end, the importance of knowledge transfer that they have to do to the incoming treasurer at the end of their term. And the importance of continuity of best practices. Tell them to, carry out all the best practices laid out by the previous ExCom. At least they continue it. And if any best practices they have incorporated, tell them that the next incoming treasurer should also continue this best practice. An example can be, I have opened a bank account. Now please have all the transactions with this bank account. Okay, here I want all of you, as I said, please read Club Leadership Handbook, page 37 to 40, 37 to 40, 50 and 51, 37 to 40, 50 and 51 from Club Leadership Handbook 2021 version. Just Google it, you will get that. Club Leadership Handbook 2021 Toastmasters. Get it, read 5 pages, you will all be set. And tell them that any doubts that they have, Toastmasters website is a place where that it has big, humongous repository. But if they are too lazy, they can ask their president. If they are too lazy, they can ask directly their area director too. They can approach. Okay. So at the end, most of it all boils down to your insights, your experience, and your lessons learned throughout. What did I learn? What lessons did I learn? Let us see that. I learned two lessons. One is immediately note down whatever has expenses have gone through. I'm quite sure all of us are comfortable with this Excel, right? But I suggest you to go the old-fashioned way. Have a notebook. Immediately write that down. Whatever went out of your hand, whatever you wrote, whenever you have time, put it on that Excel. Okay. So immediately write down whatever you got. Have a club receipt book, hard copy. Some members have come to me telling that my company wants to reimburse this amount. So I want something that looks authentic, something that looks genuine. So buy a 50 rupee receipt book from any store, stationery store, put your seal, and then your receipt book is ready. So this is something that I learned. Closing of accounts, guys, has to be done before your club term ends so that there is no confusion for the incoming treasurer. What was this transaction on July 2nd? What was this transaction on July 7th? Close it on June 30th or close it by December 30th or 31st of your term. Some 5 days or 1 week before, close it, not after your term has ended. So these were a couple of my learnings. Let's come back to our slide. As I told you, stress on a couple of these points again and again. Show simple examples, guys, simple examples. Because if you're going to show too many things, they are going to be overwhelmed. They are going to be scared. The intention here is not only that they should know what their roles and responsibilities are for this term, but also that they should take up next XCOM roles. Okay, so if you are going to bombard with too many samples, Excel, complicated stuffs, believe me, that is going to be their last XCOM role. So keep it simple. Don't, I'm just showing all of this for your reference. Okay, but show them some simple stuffs. Okay, simple, very easy to understandable stuff. If you get a chance, please go through club constitution also. That is something, just a 3-pager document. The last thing that I want to leave you is when you conclude, just before you conclude your session, have a small recap for 2 minutes. Okay, what all we did in today's session. Q&A, 10 minutes is a must. Okay, is a must. End on a positive note by wishing them well. Some point of note from my side, we keep on talking. In the last 15 minutes, we are like, oh my God, just like the way I am, short of time. Oh, I wanted to tell this, but I didn't tell this. Okay, which means you have to rehearse your presentation 2 times, at least 2 times. 2 times if you do, that is good enough. Time your presentation twice. In that, you will know what to tell and what not to tell. And when you say to people, few people will be having questions, Q&A, where due to shortage of time, you will not be able to answer. We say, I'll get back to you, which will never happen, which never happens, right? So when you say you will get back, please authentically get back to them. I know it will be very difficult to get back to all the 5 or 10 questions that you have missed, but at least try your best. This is what I would like to leave you upon. Any questions, or more so what I would be interested is any learnings that you want to tell all of us here. That's what would make it more important rather than any questions. All of you are very experienced here. So we have 10 minutes. Anybody can share their experience, because you might be asked some questions where you will not know the answer. And what are you going to do about it? If you do not know the answer, that's perfectly okay. As Dr. Karthikeyan said, one technique is put the question back to the audience. What do you guys think? Okay, so this is one technique. And if you by mistake say, I'll get back to you, please get back to them. Okay, these are the two things from my side. Anything that anybody wants to add, this situation that you faced and you couldn't do justice, or you did this and this problem solved, something like that, please share. Maybe to kickstart, Ramanujam, you can.
Okay. Some of the experience that I felt is mainly from the corporate clubs when they wanted to do a wire transfer or they want to get a tax invoice. So how to go about that? That question
Brilliant.
normally comes. Okay, fine. So actually what I do in that situation is normally world headquarters Toastmasters International provide you all the assistance in getting up an invoice for what the company requires. Because there are two types of companies. Say for an example, if scope comes in your training, the treasurer comes, what they will be requiring is they want the original invoice copy couriered to their address. They don't want a e-invoice. Srivatsan knows well on this part. So you need to write to finance@toastmasters.org, request them to courier an original invoice. This is one challenge you may encounter. Second thing is navigate them in Club Central, how to go about in Club Central, and they themselves can create an invoice. Earlier gone are the days when I was a treasurer where I need to write to TMI to get an invoice. Maybe in the flag and some 2-3 years before, they have brought an option of yourself creating an invoice and giving to the company. So this is one thing which I may encounter in the training session.
Thank you, Ramanujam. This brings us that question that knowledgeable people like Swarnalata madam would ask. So should I need to register my club? What about tax filing and things like that? Right. So what should be your answer for those complicated questions?
I find from my experience, many of the clubs have not opened a bank account. Why shouldn't it be made mandatory? It has to be made mandatory, and every year signatories, has to be given. Whenever the treasurer is changed, signatory also have to be changed. The KYC forms, whatever formalities are there, that has to be done. And I feel that the Toastmaster International, they should insist on opening a bank account. And again, remitting the TMI dues. TMI dues are remitted through, for instance, I did it through my HDFC card. Okay, it's an international credit card. And why can't it be done through a bank account?
Yeah, it's a good point, madam. In fact, you can suggest these processes for the clubs, telling them, I see some clubs still running through checkbooks and all that. They want to, but some of the clubs, they want to. They do not want to go this digital way of wiring things because they want to play safe with money. Okay. So at the end of the day, it is the club's decision. Okay. But this digital transactions make it easier. It's the call of the club. Some clubs do not want to go this digital way of transferring money. In fact, they have stopped the process. Oh, I see. They do not want to do this wire. Somebody, long shot, thinking too long. Somebody may take unfair advantage and things like that. But you can suggest these points. Based on that, they can decide which way they want to go.
Okay, that's good. But this is very fast. In fact, paying through a credit card, immediately you get the response and the confirmation you get immediately.
And what about, guys? What about that markup fee? Somebody tells,
markup is there.
sir, I paid 3,500, sir, but my card 3,800 I have been
Yes.
charged. Should I take the 3,800 or 3,500? Of course, you have to take 3,800.
Exactly.
Some people are confused, youngsters are confused, so you can highlight that. Anything from Charanya or Rashmi that you want to share, or Venkatesh, Swastik?
One point, Srivatsan.
Yeah,
When you
please.
spoke about credit card, I request all the treasurer to get a letter signed by all the EXCOM that these are transactions made for the club from your credit card. Because nowadays income tax pulls up scrutiny if there are so many credit card transactions are happening. So we need to tell that also, that to get a letter from the club that these are the payments received from members. On behalf of that, I use my card.
So that's a very good point, Mr. Raman.
Very, very good point, because I think, I mean, as ma'am was saying, I think I give my card, and as Ramanujan just said that just to avoid any income tax scrutiny, I think we should get some letter from EXCOM.
You can also suggest some banks. For example, our district is having Federal Bank. We are having our account in Federal Bank. So Federal Bank people, especially the T Nagar and Adyar branch, they know what is Toastmasters and things like that. So immediately if you say from I'm this particular Toastmasters club, they know what documentation exactly that they want from you. We can suggest something like that, but we cannot force people. Federal Bank knows what this is all about. T Nagar and Adyar. Anything, Charanya?
I am very new to this, so I'm just learning things right now. So I don't have anything to say.
Okay, anything, Swastik?
Coming back to your point, which you just mentioned, sorry, I don't know whether it's an actual question or was it just a prank? Like when you said about that tax filing, is it actually like there is something like that? Are we supposed to do any tax filing?
I would like Ramanujam, the expert, to answer this.
Can you come up with the question, Rashmi, please?
No, I don't know the question.
Do we have to file for taxes, our club? Does my club have to file for taxes?
Okay.
If not,
See,
why?
Actually, we have been registered under a Toastmasters International brand. And Toastmasters International brand works on totally that they don't have a permanent establishment in India. Right. So they every year they file a form 60 or give a form 15H or something saying that we don't have a permanent establishment in India. That way the entire amount should not be taxed. This is from a Toastmasters International perspective. We say that it is only education and all those things. But coming to a point from a club perspective, we are not a registered entity under anywhere, under Indian regulations. Some of the clubs earlier, this Federal Bank, what Srivatsan was pointing out, Federal Bank and the Toastmasters International has a tie-up where all community clubs or whichever clubs wants to open, they can open an account with set of documents. Earlier, what they were doing is they were registering the club under Societies Registration Act. From that Societies Registration Act, they take a KYC document from that and they open a bank account. So that was the earliest time. So when it comes to a Societies Registration Act, then you cannot do any activities commercial. Now you may ask, what commercial activity I'm doing in Toastmasters? That is the catch of the speechcraft. Speechcraft becomes a commercial element. It is not a non-profit element. A speechcraft is something that what you go and do for an organization for a set number of weeks, that 2 to 3 hour program, and we charge per participant. Normally some of the community clubs does. That is the pitch for a corporate club to come in the later. So in that speechcraft, what becomes is a commercial element. In that commercial element, we are saying that whatever fees we are collecting, in return, we are paying to Toastmasters to get the manuals and covering the cost. So that way there is no profit element. Hence, we need not require to register. Having said all these things, there may be one day soon where Toastmasters International will also come under the ambit of taxation and GST. In Singapore, this was an issue which led them to open a private limited company in Singapore to cover all these regulations. So as of now, no. Whether debatable, yes. Future, may come.
So what I understand from you, Ramanujam, is we do not need to register as of now. Therefore, I do not have to file for any taxes. But should I have this tax exemption certificate or anything like that as a club?
You will not get as a club, you will get only as a Toastmasters International.
We don't have a PAN also, no, first of all.
True. Yeah. So we don't need to get a PAN as of now. Okay. So we have 30 seconds. Good points. Thanks, Ramanujam. Thanks, Rashmi, for asking that question.
No, I just repeated your point.
By the way, it was not a prank. It was a serious affair.
I thought it was a prank. Sorry for that.
No, I'm just pulling your leg now. Anything else before 20 seconds? I hope you had a valuable session for all the inputs that you have. Be yourself at the end of the day, okay? Don't, whatever inputs you want to put in your slide and communicate, let it be from your side, okay? All the very best, guys, and see you in the main room.